Hello and welcome back to Unique Planters. So I'm really excited to share my idea of using styrofoam boxes, and I'll tell you the reason why I like them, and I'll also show you a range of the planters that looks very nice with the planting done. And all right, let's get on to it, and I'll show you how to prepare the box to make full use of the space. All right, so here's just a normal recycled styrofoam box from a grocery store. I've got hundreds of them. I've picked them up free. So I'm just going to cut them so that it's a little bit shallow. We don't want too deep planters for succulents. So I'm just going to score around it. Sorry, that's my son. He's very excited. Yep, it's okay. We'll just get this done, all right? There you go. I find the serrated knife really easy to use on the styrofoam. So that's just the right size. And I can still use the top cut-off bit to pile on the bottom because it still doesn't need that much soil. So I'll just break this up. I'll make a couple of layers down the bottom. Then I'll use the shade cloth to cover the bottom and then put the soil in. So I'm just gonna, it's gonna get a bit noisy. All right, so pile these up. It's funny, isn't it, Aiden? All right, that's about it. Let's break these up. All right, so once I've filled the bottom half, I'm gonna now put the shade cloth. So it saves the soil, the expensive mixture from running out. So I'm just gonna make sure the sides are covered because there are holes on the side, so that has a dual purpose. Now another reason why it's good to use the styrofoam material as a planter is because it has insulation properties, so the planter doesn't get too hot or cold, and it's strong as well, so it will last forever. And succulents seem to like this because I'll show you an example of some I've done about 3 months ago, and the plants have just tripled in size and they're already starting to fill out. So I'll show you one that I planted 5 days ago, and then some where the succulents have grown really well. Now these plants on my right, I've purchased them and they've just come in and they're dehydrated, so I'm going to put them in water to plump them up before I plant them. But these, as soon as I put them in this planter, in a few weeks they will take off. So all right, I'll share that with you in another video, but I just like the planting side of it more than the unpacking. So I'll fill it right up to the top. It still takes a fair bit of soil because it is quite a big planter. So once I've done that, might as well just put everything in there. So it's perfect amount. Okay, so I can go ahead and plant in this and then put a top dressing on. Another thing you could do is to paint the styrofoam box, or texture paint or colored cement to make it look nice. But when you put the plants in and the plants start growing, really that's the beauty. The plant is the beauty and this is just the container. But if you ask me, the styrofoam box doesn't look too bad, and it looks better once you've painted it. So here's the planter that I put in about 3 days ago. So that's just freshly planted and the plants are already looking nice. These had come really dehydrated. That was like really small, but they're already starting to perk up a bit. So here's a styrofoam box. It's pretty light and easy to move around, and it's got sufficient space to house many succulents. So here's the succulent boxes that have been planted out like a few weeks ago, and the plants have just taken off. They love the styrofoam box. Like this is already filled out. That's all doing well. That's doing beautifully. This one's all doubled in size. That one's tripled in size. This is for another video. That's a special planter that I've made. Yeah, and I'll just take you over to the corner. There's another one that's really filled out. But as you can see, the boxes look nice. Like, I mean, you can make it look nicer by painting it, but it does the job. The plants love it. And if you're cultivating or you're propagating, I think using these boxes are the best way to go. So here's the beautiful planter that's doing really well. Lost no succulents. They're healthy. They're doing brilliant. This planter is the oldest, and I didn't cut it. I just left it high like this, but I really don't like the look. I like it when it's a little bit shallow. So this is an old Ionium that I've cut off, and I've put some cuttings in there. So I'll keep you up to date with how this is going, and very soon you'll get a video of how this one's filled out as well, like the other planters. So that's it for now. Styrofoam boxes, cheap, readily available. Actually, you can get them free, and I've got hundreds. I can actually show you where I've got them stacked. So here is the stash of styrofoam boxes that I was talking about. I got them in 2 trailer loads, and I'm so happy that I've got them. You can even use them to break it up and fill into big planters or beds. So yep, so if you want, you can go and get them, and like I said, they're brilliant for succulent planting. Thank you for watching. Enjoy gardening.